Hey guys, Jay! Welcome back to the channel. I don't even know where the camera is right now. Oh man, today is a very, very special day. And of course, I am the Titan talking toys because my good friend Danny Green is not here today. He is off doing his own thing, and that's fine. We can work on that together. It's all good. Yeah, guys, it's always great to hang out with you. Thank you for joining me. I'm very, very excited about tonight because I got a lot of things cooking, particularly in the realm of Street Fighter. That's right, guys. We got a Street Fighter unboxing for you. It's going to be great. Particularly, of course, we're going to be looking at the Storm Collectibles Ken Masters. This thing is freaking amazing. Oh, my God. I am over the moon to be able to unbox this live with you guys. This is going to be a new thing for me. I've never done a... Well, that's not true. I have done a live unboxing before, but this one in particular is something truly special. So really excited about this. Wanted to see how this actually holds up against the Jada 1/12 scale action figures, which are available at Walmart right now. So wanted to take a look at this. This is going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's have a look at Ken Masters from Storm Collectibles. Let's do this, everybody. And we're finally going to unbox the Street Fighter Alpha Storm Arena figures. Holy crap, everybody. This is absolutely nuts. Now, of course, anybody who is a Street Fighter fan knows who these two are. It is Ryu and, of course, Ken from Street Fighter Alpha 0 or Street Fighter 03. Oh my god, guys, this is absolutely freaking insane. So let's talk a little bit about the box art. It's not the best inspired box art that I've ever seen, but if you're a video game fan, you can really tell everything that went into this. Somebody loves Street Fighter Alpha 3 because obviously we have the logo here. We do have the ism bar, the Z-ism. Now, if you guys know, this is already level 3, so these guys are maxed out, ready to unleash their Super Zero or Alpha charges, and this is crazy. They also do have the illustrations right here of Ken and Ryu, and there's the Storm Arena logo, and in the background you can actually see the globe graphic in the background there, where they fly from one location to another. But in Street Fighter Alpha 3, they actually just point the reticle to wherever you're going, so that was actually a really cool touch. We have Capcom here on the side. You can see this one already has been punched, but Ken has not been punched. That's actually kind of neat. Going to the side, we do see, of course, Ken and Ryu with the Street Fighter Ken, Street Fighter Ryu. Now, these would scroll across the screen kind of like a ticker on the stock exchange. We do have the Street Fighter 0 or Street Fighter Alpha logos at the bottom. Coming around to the back, we do see all of the wonderful different motions and styles and the way they've been posed. These look awesome. And we're going to try and emulate some of these poses today. And on the other side, it's just the same thing for the most part. At the top, it just says Street Fighter 03. And on the bottom, it's all the important legal documentation. You know, don't put this in your mouth, not suitable for ages only 17 and up. And all those other warning labels. They're both the exact same thing on both sides. So, all right. Today, we are going to tackle Ken Masters and find out what he looks like, because this has been coming for a long, long time, everybody. All right, let's get started with Ken Masters. Well, guys, you know the drill. Let's take a look at Ken Masters. Ken comes with a host of accessories that we can see here. First thing is, this got actually trapped inside the flap when I was trying to take it out. it is the flight stand, and that's awesome. I love the fact that they actually included a flight stand with this. Look, it's got a telescoping neck. It is really cool. I'm super excited about this. Even this pincer, where you can use to grab him by the waist, that's really neat. Really appreciate this. I think there's also maybe some fireball effects that you can try with this. That would be really, really cool. All right, but let's open up Ken Masters himself. There he is. There is Ken Masters. And let's just take out... Wow, everything's just like... Well, unlike other action figures, these haven't even been tied down with any, straps or anything like that. There is the alternate head. He looks really cool. Look at that long hair. This is very signature to the Alpha series. Happening sometime actually before Street Fighter 2, and even at some point before, Ryu and Ken were even, masters of their own disciplines. I mean, they already have black belts, but, they were still learning quite a bit. Very young in their overall ages. Now, this one's actually a malleable design. We can see that here. Even the bandana, which, if you follow the storyline, this bandana is actually... Sorry, this hair tie is actually a bandana, and it's actually given to Ryu, in their training session, in Street Fighter the movie. So really cool, little piece of history there. This actually, believe it or not, is a gift from Ken's fiance. So Eliza. So really, really cool, awesome stuff. And we also have the Flame, the Flaming Shoryuken. Oh man, that's really cool. A little bit of a blast effect for the fist. It looks really, really nice. I like the gradient fill from the top of the flame to the bottom of the flame. That is really neat. I really appreciate that. We also have Ken Masters himself, but before we get to that, let's just finish off all the other accessories. There's the Hadouken hand, the Spirit Energy Wave, or the way we used to call it back in the day, the Fireball. So that's one half of it. We have the other half here on the other side. The plastic is really interesting. It actually has this really soft, and it is, look, it's very malleable. I wonder what that's going to do over time, though. I really am kind of questioning that. It has almost a rubberistic feel. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, that's probably something that a lot of Storm Collectible folks are already accustomed to, right? I haven't really opened up too many Storm Collectible figures, so this is actually, you know what, think about it now. This is my first Storm Collectible figure I've actually opened. I own, I believe it's the Golden Axe figures, but I really don't know much about Storm Collectibles at this stage. Here we have some additional hand positions, which are a lot of fun. We have the peace sign, which is always a lot of fun in Street Fighter games. He does this usually during his intro or sometimes his outro. And we also have this interesting handset. I can't remember what this is for. I don't know if he does a selfie shot or anything like that, but that's neat. I've never seen a pair of hands quite like that before. I don't know what type of position that is. Awesome. But of course, they should also be noticed they always wear the hand guards, right? Because they're not trying to kill anybody. Although you could be mistaken if that's what you think. And that's it pretty much for the accessories. Very little in the way of accessories, but then again, we are talking about Street Fighter here, so what else is there? This is probably the most accessories in the pack. We might as well open this because we are going to end up using this anyway. So let's have a quick look in here. So here we go again, guys. And we shall just, oops, right there. Try that again. Okay, this knife is not as sharp as I thought it was. Actually, this knife is dull as F, but it did the job. All right, cool. There we go. That's that. Ooh, that's neat. All right, so as we can see, it comes out and becomes this V shape. So you can use it to pinch down on the waist. Could be on for thicker waists, or it could be for thinner waists. Use your imagination, guys. All right, and then this just plugs into here on several different levels. So maybe if it's a little bit more weighted, it can actually help with that. What's going on here? A little bit of dust. For now, we'll just put it right here. Luckily, it's loose enough that it's not going to snap in completely. But there we go. All right, cool. And I imagine you can do this for a little bit more of a stronger hold for the other side. Okay, let's get to Ken Masters himself and check out some of his overall look. So here we go. There he is. There he is, Ken Masters. Wow. He looks freaking awesome, man. Seriously. I do love the blank expression he's got on his face. The other one was a little bit more, you know, cheeky, a little bit more expressive. But this one's a little bit more stoic. But even then, it's still a bit, it's still just a tiny bit cheeky. You know what I mean? He's got that sort of boyish charm, right? Obviously, he's a son of a rich businessman. So, business family, sorry. So, that's the way he looks. Again, sent to Goken to kind of humble him, if you will. I love the texture that's actually on the gi itself. It looks really nice. And it is made of a rather flexible material. As a matter of fact, as I said, the characters themselves are, the plastics that they use are actually quite malleable. Even the harder bits here, even though they are more rigid, they still have a little bit of flex, it feels like. Strange. I love the sculpting here. Obviously, the muscle definition is so well done. I mean, like, this is Street Fighter, after all. We open up the chest. Whoa! It's a manly man right there. Ken Masters. The manliest of all men. Very cool. The back, of course, as I said, does have that nice ribbon that we talked about earlier. And again, wonderful texturing on the gi. Great stuff. He's got a black belt in Shotokan Ryu Karate. So the Shoto fighters. Under here, we can actually, you know, even take off the whole outfit, it's my understanding, if we really wanted to. I think that, yep, right here, you can see that it is removable. I don't know if we'll actually get to that today. We might. You never know. But it's my understanding you can remove this, and you can actually see the entire figure as he stands. A little bit of deco here, so that they have a tiny bit of shading. It's very light. It's hard to see on the camera because, obviously, the bright lights and everything like that. But it comes all the way down. You can, I guess you can kind of see it there, right? Just a little bit of deco, just to highlight the different folds in the clothing. It's even here on the gi itself. And then he, of course, has his toe joints. That's right, Danny. He got toe joints. He's got the toe joints. Good old Danny. Love it. Danny's going to be happy. All right, let's check out some of the articulation. So his head is on a double ball. So it's got a ball hinge at the top here at the neck, and it's also got a lower ball hinge at the bottom. So he can do a great range of motion. I mean, he can look down like that. He can look up like this. Although the hair is a bit of a hindrance, but it does get it out of the way for the most part. Like I said, it's made of a very malleable material, so you can actually get it out of the way, and he can look pretty far up as a result of that. That's amazing. Not bad. Not bad, Ken. And of course, like I said, because he can double hinge his neck, he'll look far down like this. That's pretty good. Great range of motion. Excellent stuff there. Storm Collectibles. Storm Arena Collectibles. Of course, because it is on a ball joint, he can tilt his neck, much like a little puppy. He's like, ooh, what are you talking about? Ooh. That's cool. It goes side to side like this. And of course, if you really wanted to, you could do a full 360 degrees. Ah, my neck! We just killed Ken. You can't kill Ken. Ken is indestructible. But you got to be careful because the other ball joint wants to go around with it. So let's got to bring it back around. Come here. There we go. Hold it down. There. Perfect. All right. The arms do swivel a full 360 degrees on the shoulder. He can go about I'd say 90 degrees for a T-pose, and it goes, yeah, pretty much. If you wanted to really angle it up. Oops, that was my bad. Again, the plastic itself has made it rather malleable, so where did it go? I lost the fist. There it is. Keep aware of that, guys. So, plug that back in. Yep. It is a butterfly joint, by the way, just so that you guys can see that. So he can actually bring his arms all the way across. Let's do that right now. There it is. You can see it coming all the way out. It does break the sculpt a little bit, but it's pretty good. It comes all the way like that. Not bad. And like I said, if you want, you can angle his arms as far up as, like I said, about that, if I don't push it too much, which isn't bad. That's like above 90. And then if you really want to go crazy, you can just angle the bicep and just go all the way up like this. So very, very cool. And although the gi gets in the way, you can still even angle it even more. So not bad. Great range of motion there. The upper bicep does do a full 360, as you can see here. The shoulder joint actually does pivot, as we just mentioned earlier. We have the elbow joint, which can do a double elbow, which is awesome. Hitting yourself, hitting yourself, hitting yourself. So good. And then the hand, which we did see fly off a little bit, it is on the ball joint itself. You can swivel around. And it even has a hinge where you can pivot to really get that strong look. Who's got the guns? I've got the guns. And of course, this applies to both arms equally. Coming around, bring it up. And we'll just, ooh, again, be careful with that one. But this is Ken Masters. So he is strong. Without losing his arms. There we go. Very, very cool. Awesome. And then his legs. Actually, what do we got down there? Yes, he does have an ab crunch, as you can see. So he can go from that to that. And much like the... I think Stone Collectible really introduced this. Much like the Ultimate Hulk and other figures, his chest is actually very malleable. You can actually depress it. If you look carefully here, you can depress it in like this. See that? No, you can see that. That's crazy. So that's why he has this incredible range of motion and is able to do ab crunches like there's nobody's business. Like, that is crazy. Awesome. Going backwards, he can literally arc his back extremely well. That's nuts. I love it. Now, the gi does hinder it quite a bit, so your mileage may vary. For his legs, they can kick about, I'd say, that much forward. About this far back. Which is not bad. And they do have a double hip. So they do have a drop hip, as you can see there. Right that. So that's the normal position. And that's the drop hip. So he can get really tall if you really want him to. He goes from like a standard height. Let's just put it this way. So that would be his standard height right here. On this level. That would be his standard height. And then if you drop his hips, he gets even taller. Great stuff. And speaking of kicking on the hip, once you drop the hip, you can go full 90, even further. A little bit further, I would imagine. But if you don't drop the hip, I'd say, yeah, it actually automatically drops, so it's hard to demonstrate where it would stop. So I'm just going to say it stays where it is. He has an upper thigh cut, as you can see here, which does swivel. Right there. Full 360 degrees. He has a double knee, which will bend first 90, And then a full knee bend, which is great. And his feet do toe out all the way. That's great. He's got Fred Flintstone's twinkle toes. And they are on a ball joint, so they will rotate. Even on an upper, there's an upper cut there as well. But the actual toe does have a swivel. Let's just demonstrate that there. It will swivel around, as you can see there. You can go about that far back. And like I said, that far forward. And then it does have a toe joint. It has a toe joint. And Danny's favorite, there it goes. Goes about that far, I'd say. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. This is crazy, guys. Ken Masters. Freaking incredible. All right, so first off, before we do any of the posing, let's go ahead and replace some of the hand gestures. So it's really simple. These things are like really soft, these hands themselves. Like I said, they're malleable to a certain degree, right? So those are his two fists. We'll replace those with a couple of hands. First, we'll do this weird little set of hands that I don't understand, but this one I just don't get. I don't know what this is for. Somebody in the comment section, I'm sure, is going to tell me. They come off very, very easily, but secure rather well. While you're manipulating them, they do have a tendency to fall out, but after that, they secure in very, very tightly. So that should be noted. So we'll hold on to that one, and we'll do this one here for the peace sign. All right, now this one I think is just him, maybe doing one of these. I imagine it is. Anyway, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know. We'll do like that. And we'll do peace sign at the same time. There we go. Hey, there it is. Great gestures here. I love it. Again, more accessories is the best. He doesn't come with a lot, I have to admit, but it's pretty good too. Or maybe it's more like this. There we go. I think this is what it is. There we go. Yep. And then we'll just angle this out. Just like that. There we go. There's a Ken Masters for you. Exactly the type of pose you would expect from someone like this. Very cheeky, very... almost... No, not almost. I am better than you. 100%. That is really cool. Ken Masters. Let's move back a little bit. Oh, sorry, guys. There we go. He does look awesome. I gotta tell you. Sweet. All right, let's bring him in, and we'll do a Hadouken pose. So we'll just take these off again. They got a satisfying pop, too. All right, so let's Ken stand on his own for a second. Come here, Skin. Stand up. And then we're going to take in the Hadouken hands. All right. So there they are. All right, let's put them down. So we'll just pop them back in. And find that pivot point, which is right there. We'll take this one. Pop it in like this. I hope. Again, they're really malleable, so... they're doing this thing, which I said, which makes it a lot easier to put them in, but at the same time, they have a tendency to pop out. So we'll just pose Ken. And I guess we'll do it this way. Depending on what side of the screen you're on, he has to come around. So, just like in Street Fighter, you have to angle out his arms a certain way. Now, of course, now that I'm on the spot, this is going to be a fun little exercise here. What I would suggest is to curl the wristbands up as far as you can. Sorry, because this is going to be one of those situations where he needs to definitely get the hand in where it actually pivots like this. There we go. So you move it up further so that it actually seems like it's connected, and you can really get that bend on the curve there. And then we'll just bring him around. Now, the way it works is his waist actually twists. You can see there. His head will move this way, right? His upper arm is actually on posed more like this, right? Bent into this shape. But also coming around. And this arm will just come down. And they basically come together like that. This one's almost fully extended as far as I can remember. Anyway. And then what you do is you grab the leg and position them, and the toe. The toe is very important with this one, actually. Extremely important. And there you go. There is Hadouken. Now, obviously, again, I'm not the best at this. I'm not even going to pretend. But if we bring it around and we open up his... So, oh yes, also, you want to really bring in the butterfly joint. And this is where that flexible chest comes in really handy. So you just bring it over, just like that. Get the full extension on. Get the full extension here on the other side. See how it kind of like. You can actually see the joint manipulating it as far over as it can. And you grab this, and you really want to work it as far over as possible. Just like that. So you have Hadouken! Hadouken! Now obviously it really does need to actually come in a little bit closer. Like this. This one needs to come around as well. Yeah, they really gotta come in together. But there it is. There is the Hadouken. Spirit Energy Wave. Hadouken! Oh, Hadouken! Very cool. That is freaking awesome. So let's see if we can actually get into... And that's it. There we go. Ken Masters in his Hadouken stance. That's freaking awesome. Oh my gosh. That is glorious. So good. Now, he doesn't come with a fireball, actually, which is kind of fitting for Ken. But he should still be able to do his Hadouken. I mean, like that's a signature Shotokan Ryu, system, right? So we really need to be able to showcase that he can do that. So there it is. There is the Hadouken. In order to get the Hadouken, you need to get the Ryu, which we'll get into in the next review. So that's really cool. But still, great to see Ken doing his Hadouken. I love it. All right, so let's see how cheeky he is when he actually has one of these. We'll see if we just pop off his head, right? Really nice, satisfying pop, by the way. I should have done that on camera. And then we'll just come in here, pop it back on, which is really easy to do, which is awesome. And look at that. Hadouken! How you doing, Ken? No, just kidding. That is really, really cool. I love that. And there he is. The smirking Hadouken. I love it. Awesome. All right, let's get him into his actual signature pose, which is the Shoryuken. Man, that is a crazy. I mean, it poses really well. The thing that really gets me though, man, those studio lights are so hot. The plastic, I'm kind of surprised with the types of plastic that he has. The fists themselves are very malleable. I'm really surprised at how squishy they are. And of course, his chest is very, very squishy as well. And people were complaining
about the Maximum Series Hulk and how it's kind of squishy. Like the who's gonna want a squishy chest, right? That was like one of the bigger gripes, right? And now with Deadpool, I think it's going to be a similar situation. But with this Stormreina, I think it's a really good choice. I think that because when you're moving his arm across his chest, it's able to compress a certain degree, and because it's able to compress, it just allows for an additional piece of movement. So that's freaking great. And if you looked on the inside, right, when we were moving around, you could actually see the entire armatures that were actually in there. It was a really great system that they put together. This is kind of crazy, and Storm is really putting it up there, man. I gotta say.
Okay, so let's take Ken, and let's go ahead and get him into his Shoryuken, shall we? All right. So let's go ahead and bring it back to center. Oh wow! Honestly, the joints themselves are stiff, but at the same time they're very easy to manipulate. Out of the box, this is the kind of thing you want in an action figure, to be able to manipulate them so well without having fear of heating them up or anything. I haven't heated this guy up at all, as you guys have seen. He literally is pretty much exactly what he was when I pulled him out of the box, which was awesome. I love that. All right, let's get him into a Shoryuken pose, shall we? So we just got to remove everything, put him back into center. Now he's got no hands. He's in trouble, but we can fix that. We're going to grab the fists again. So we got the two fists. This is going to be cool. And we're going to grab the fire effect. We'll do the regular Shoryuken first, and then we'll do the fire effect Shoryuken. All right, so let's grab these. We'll take this one here. Oh, we got some. Oh no! What's going on? This table's a little bit more dirty than I thought it was. That's not good. That's not good. All right. Anyway, clean that up. Now we're gonna put that fist back on, and we're gonna put this fist on here. All right. Nope. Hold on. There we go. That's it. All right. So, anybody who's anybody knows how to do this one. So, we'll reposition the camera first. A little bit higher than it's supposed to be. We'll get it up here. There we go. Come on. Don't fight me. All right. As everybody knows, it is going to be fist up. Slightly bent. We have the other fist really in, and this is where that double elbow really works so well. Bring this up just like that. We're going to bring his head up, and we're going to angle it as far up as we can. See that? That's really nice. I like that. Okay. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take the gi and bring it down as low as I can. There we go. Exposing some of that neck. Look at that neck. Okay. Bring that back. Bring his head up as high as it'll go. And that's where this malleable plastic is really, really nice for this. Oh god, I love that. Okay, cool. I'm going to bring this up here. Bend it just a bit. And then we're going to take one leg. And we're going to bend this one here. Bend it double. Bring the toe down, just like that. And we're going to bring it as high as it'll go. There we go, just like that. We're going to take this one, slightly bend it, bring that down as well, twist it a bit, so it comes out that way. And I'm going to bring this back, like that. And there it is. We have our Shoryuken. You have no idea how long I've wanted to do this exactly the way it looks like here. This is a great pose. Oh my gosh. All right, now we're going to take the flight stand. Okay. I'm going to take out this one because I don't think it's going to hold properly. We need to use the metal version. and it'll fit better with the black belt. A little bit more accurate. Gonna bring it around. Come here. There we go. And we're gonna pinch it right on his waist, just like this. And then when we put it inside of the holder, it should secure it properly. If it ever comes down. Why is it not coming down? That's odd. There we go. Okay, perfect. And now we have Ken Masters doing his best Shoryuken ever. Do a little bit more positioning. And we'll twist this way. Now, you'll see it starts to fall over because of the weight. So what you want to do is you want to take it off the middle peg. It was on the middle peg right there. And you want to take it to the end peg right here. Put that down, and it should, theoretically, yes! That is so awesome. Oh my gosh. All right, there you go. There is Ken Masters. And let's just do a tiny little pan here so you can see right there. Shoryuken! I love it. I love it. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. And we'll just do this one so that we can see. Oops, maybe we'll just do this instead. There we go. That is freaking amazing. Let's take a look at that, guys. One more time. Shoryuken! Oh man, I love it. I love it. Awesome stuff. All right. Well, guys, let's wrap this one up, shall we? We'll call this one, everybody. Holy crap, this is so cool. Honestly, I didn't think I've had a lot of fun posing this guy.
He looks freaking incredible, guys. Oh my god. I mean, seriously, this is he's he really is freaking amazing. I'm just shocked at this, and seriously, I'm still really honestly the Hulk's rubber chest is one thing, but this one, it's done so well. It really is done so well that it just impresses me so much. But it's this double head, this double neck that really works wonders for this. I mean, it is ridiculous. Seriously, it's just absolutely crazy. Like, he can look up, he can look down. It's crazy, just absolutely insane. Russell Hale. For now, I'm sticking with the Jada, since they are good quality and for $50, cheaper, mind you. Still on the hunt for a cami. Oh wow. We have a whole bunch of camis available at Titan Toys. You can definitely check that out. So yeah, huge shout out to Titan Toys for sponsoring this episode, by the way. Yeah, guys, I wanna thank our friends at Titan Toys for sponsoring this episode. Guys, Titan Toys is your one-stop shop for everything action figures, and they have a brand new pre-orders for SH Figure Arts Spider-Man, the Gamerverse version. Oh my god, this thing looks ridiculous. If you like this Storm Arena articulation, this one is ridiculous. It's absolutely nuts. They also have a whole bunch of different exclusive figures on for sale. Icon Heroes Zujitsu is also available, as well as so many other figures, including I forgot to mention, they are the exclusive distributors for Mask in Canada. So if you're looking to pick up Mask figures in Canada, you have to go to TitanToys.com. I believe they will be distributing to other retailers, but Titan Toys will have it first. Unfortunately, T-Bob and Scott Tracker are no longer available. They have been sold out. That was the SDCC exclusive, and that one is pre-sold already. But everything else is available. And they have some brand new figures just added for pre-order, including the Attack on Titan Armored Titan, who looks freaking crazy, the Goku and Son Gohan SH Figure Arts figure, Mace Windu with his soft goods cloak for SH Figure Arts, One Piece Monkey Luffy. Of course, all these import figures are so amazing. They even have the Wonder Woman, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. She looks crazy. And of course, that is the latex skin version very much like Chun-Li and Cammy that we talked about here on the channel. We have the Mafex Captain America First Avenger, the McFarlane Gold Label, Obsidian, who we talked about on the show a little earlier. I don't know much about this guy, but he is a gold label, and of course my good friend Mike really wants him. We also have the exclusive Silverhawks back metal version from Super 7. Wow! This one was an SDCC exclusive and now available at TitanToys.com. And of course, Red Sonja makes her debut back on Titan Toys. I did an entire episode on Red Sonja, but this one is a statue, of course. And voom! Oh my god, that that armor really protects well, doesn't it? Either that or she's incredibly skilled, which I think is the latter. Batman and Robin are available as well, and we even have the Batmobile, Gold Label Edition. So many other figures available, including Strongman. We have Clash of the Titans, Ray Harryhausen's Medusa, 12-inch soft Vera vinyl, very, very cool. The Penguin from Dynamic 8-Seaton Heroes and action figures, and so many other wonderful pre-orders, including the Marvel Legends Maximum Series Deadpool, which crashed the freaking Hasbro Pulse site. This thing crashed their site, guys. I can't believe it. It's crazy because he didn't actually sell out. I think he sold out and then came back. It was nuts. And of course, he probably does have that soft goods chest. You just never know. We also have trading cards if you're into those, as well as Dragon Ball, One Piece, Oshi Push, Riftbound, and the Pokemon card games. And we also have everything that's in stock right now at TitanToys.com. I'm going to do a whole walkthrough of this so you guys can see what's available, including the Potty Room of Doom. The Potty of Doom is available, guys. It's sold out quickly on HasbroPulse.com, but we do have them available right now in stock at TitanToys.com. G.I. Joe's Classified Series 151 Trench Viper and Cobra Modular Fortification is available right now. We also have the Mafex Superman Dark Knight Returns reissue, $89 USD, and the series classified Cobra Valkyries, which sold out pretty quickly, now available at TitanToys.com. So many different G.I. Joes, including Armored Cobra Commander, available right now. He is, what is he right now? He is available right now for $29 in stock USD, guys. $29 USD for Cobra Commander. Now's the time to get him. He even comes with an iguana, his pet Serpentor. I'm just kidding. A lot of great figures on the way, and the Studio Series Megatron, who does not transform into a gun, he transforms into a tank. Even Crystal Ball. Man, this was hard for anybody to get, but we have them here available in stock at TitanToys.com. Guys, we also have a wonderful buy now, pay later program. If you qualify for this program, you can buy, just like Entertainment Earth and Big Buy Toy Store, you can buy as much as you want and only pay when it's ready to ship. We also have available for our Canadian customers free shipping if you on orders $250 or more when you spend on TitanToys.com. Unfortunately, this is for Canadian customers only, but once the tariff situation really starts to figure itself out, we shall get back to that. We do have the reserve benefit program as well. So basically, just hold on to figures as you need them, and Titan Toys hoarding program. If you want, you can keep buying toys as much as you want to qualify for that $250 free shipping, and it'll only ship once you reach that $250 threshold. And Titan Toys also has a great rewards program, one of the best in the industry. The ways to earn, it's really simple, guys. All you have to do, just for signing up, you can earn 200 points on TitanToys.com just for signing up for the points program. For every dollar you spend on TitanToys.com, they will match it with an additional 2 points when you spend. That's amazing in terms of the points program. You want some additional free points? All you got to do is follow them on TikTok for 100 points, X for 100 points, Facebook for 100 points, and of course, Instagram for 100 points. One of the best points program, which of course accumulates so that you can earn a free action figure. Guys, I want to thank Titan Toys for their sponsorship of this episode. It's always great. please give them a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. I really appreciate the stand. Actually, the stand is really cool. It has 2 different stands as well, which is really nice. I really like that. I really appreciate that level of detail. I think you need this metal portion to really hold on to Ken, but they do have this plastic version, which I think is for lighter figures like Chun-Li and any of the female figures. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, this is the one which I think is much better for Ken. Because once you attach him, once you actually put him on the stand itself, it really is much better in terms of holding on to him. Because literally, oops, I almost did it wrong. Literally, nope. All right, let me put him on the. I tried a couple times to just hold it myself, but I can't. So there you go. Literally, he just holds on like that. It's great. It's a great grip, and it looks awesome. And then when you actually put it on the stand, it looks even better. I mean, seriously, this thing is gorgeous. Honestly, like he's just so good. Come on, Ken, work with me here. Yeah, he's just so amazing on that level. I just love it. Guys, let's put this together. You know what? I forgot a couple of accessories. You know what? We should definitely get back to those. So, guys, let's wrap up. Maybe I'll even put him in a kick pose. Let's see what happens. And you know what? We need to do the Tatsumeki Seppukaku, the Samai Sensubukak. We got to do that, man. We got to get some hurricane kicks.
All right. So, what are my final thoughts on this Ken? Honestly, Jada, you have a big competitor in Storm Arena. Oh my God, this is just not even fair. The articulation is insane. The double elbows, the double knees, the squishy material they're using for many of the pieces here. That's just next level stuff. I mean, this really allows you to, bring everything across and manipulate them so effortlessly. It's crazy. You're not worried too much about breaking the sculpt or anything like that. It really is a next level type of thing. It's absolutely crazy, and he doesn't come with a ton of accessories. But really, does he need that many? I mean, he's a freaking Street Fighter, for crying out loud, right? Ken Masters. The only thing I wish he did come with was an actual fireball. I think that's something which is very important. Oh crap, I forgot. Hold on. Oh my gosh, how could I forget? Sorry, we're gonna have to put him back in his pose. I just wanted to at least get this on camera. So yeah, we do have Ken in his Shoryuken one more time. There it is. All right, so there it is. But we have to add. What was I doing? We have to add his fire effect. What was I thinking? Can't have a final thoughts without adding his fire effect. I mean, check it out, everybody. Like, what? Look at that. Oh my gosh, because it's more of a malleable material, it can really adhere right on. Look at that. That's right in there. That is crazy. That's freaking awesome. And again, you can really get a nice effect right there going. Look at that. Even that depth of field with just this video. That's amazing. That's incredible. Right? And we can angle his head a little bit so you can even see just how much he wants to punch you. Look at that. That is neat. And on the other side, of course, you can see just how great that is. Look at that. You know what? Let's put him back on the stand for now. I totally forgot about that fire effect. I don't know how I forgot about it. People in the comments are like, what about the fire effect? You forgot the fire effect. I'm like, I did forget the fire effect, didn't I? I'm an idiot. Okay, so then we'll have him come up here like this. And there he is. There is a Shoryuken. Exactly the way it's meant to be. Look at that, guys. That is freaking awesome. Yeah, no, I have to say, I am very, very, very impressed with this offering from Storm Collectibles. Storm Arena. I wasn't I didn't know what to expect going in, but having played with a Ryu and a Chun-Li from Jada, I have to say they have a lot of work cut out for them, because this one, in terms of sculpt, in terms of articulation, in terms of the materials that they're using, they're all top notch. Like incredibly high quality. I have to say it that way. It is absolutely crazy. And of course, if you again, watch this. So if you just want to do like really standard kicks, I mean, how can you compete with something like this? I mean, the guy's literally twisting his own and, you know, coming back around, and look at that. Like, that's freaking crazy. Like that is nuts. I don't know if maybe I can actually get him to stand on one leg. I don't know. Maybe. Let's find out. But look at that. See that neck angle? Oh my god, that is just crazy. That's just nuts. So maybe if we... Oop. Let's just do it that way. Look at that. That is crazy, guys. That is absolutely nuts. Can he stand? Can he stand? That's the question. Let's angle this down a little bit. Let's see if he can stand. Can we make Ken Masters stand? Oh. Dex is way better at this than I am. Let's try to get the toe joint in there. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to make him stand the way Dex can, but... I mean, you know... Oh, I almost had it. Again, he's got such a small foot. It's hard to really try and find the center of gravity there, but it is possible. It is. Oh. He wants to. He really, really wants to. But anyway, let's just put him like that. That is crazy, dude. That is absolutely nuts. If that doesn't tell you just how crazy this is, I don't think anything will. So, yeah. What can I say? This is definitely one of the best, and I will say it this way. This is definitely one of the best Street Fighter figures I've ever played with. Period. So, like I said, they got a lot of work cut out for them. Jada and a lot of other companies who are just, you know, trying to compete at this level. And I hate to say it, but I do think that that Storm did this to compete at the level of Jada. I mean, like, you know, it's just one of those things. Like, holy crap! Look at this. That's my son Puguk. Like, it's crazy, man. So good. Honestly, I have to say, for the price point, for everything about this, it is crazy. It's hard to beat. It's hard to beat this one. Honestly, I'm hard pressed to say, you know what, one is better than the other. But they both have their merits. They both have their points. And honestly, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Ultimate, Street Fighter 2, you know, if you're looking for the traditional Street Fighter 2, I don't think you can go wrong with Jada. If you're looking for Street Fighter Alpha, I mean, it's hard to compete with this right now. It really is. So, man, there's a lot of competition going around in the Street Fighter world. So, yeah, I will say I am enamored by this. It is absolutely crazy. Great stuff. Bravo to Storm. Guys, I want to thank our good friends over at Titan Toys for letting me take a look at this. Holy crap, this is absolutely incredible. I am absolutely over the moon at this figure. He is freaking crazy. And let's wrap this up, everybody, because this is Ken Masters from Storm Collectibles.
This is definitely one of the best figures I've played with in a while. He just has so much going for him. There's just so much going on here. I mean, look at that expression. Seriously, he literally is. Yeah, I'm better than you. Like that. And you know what? He's bringing it. He's bringing it to Jada, and it's crazy. You can actually pick up, or sorry, actually we're sold out. I'm sorry to say, but we are actually sold out of these figures. But they were available here at Titan Toys for only $42 USD. So that is not, you know, that, I mean, yeah, I get it. Jada is up there, right? But, and you know, it's a little bit more expensive, but not by much. Not very much at all, really, when you think about it. I mean, what are Jada's? Jada's like $35 or something like that. So it's not terribly expensive in my opinion. Ken, of course, is $49. I mean, like, dang, this Ken. It's freaking Ken, man. Seriously, he is freaking awesome. And remember, these are the 1/12 scale figures. They're not the 7 or 8 inch scale figures that Storm has. This is the Storm Arena. So that's the big difference between there. But, and I will say this, what's up for pre-order right now is Dan. Dan is available for Dan Hibiki. Dan Hibiki is available right now for pre-order from Storm Arena on TitanToys.com. Street Fighter 03. He's again a Shotokan fighter, and he is of course a parody on Art of Fighting, right? Ryo and Robert, right? He's a mixer of the two fighters. He was created in a it was just a promotional image of Sagat holding on to Dan's head, or was it Dan's dad? It could have been Dan's father, but yeah, he beat. I think he did beat Dan's father to death. So yeah, he's available right now for pre-order. You should definitely pick up Dan Hibiki on TitanToys.com whenever you can, guys, because he is available right now for pre-order. You don't want to miss out on him. Dan is right now $45 USD. Come on. How are you going to get a figure like this for $45 freaking USD? That is an amazing price. Seriously, an absolutely bonkers price. And they have other Storm Arena figures, including, let me just put this away. There, sit down right there, Ken. Grappler Baki, another wonderful series. This one is Hanayama, is available right now. We also have Benimaru, but that is I believe that is the tradition. No, he is Storm Arena. So he will fit in with these 1/12 scale action figures. Freaking crazy. Just amazing. And even Son of Ogre, Baki Hanma, but this is the traditional 7 or 8 inch scale figures. But yeah, we got tons. Actually, there he is. There's the ogre himself. Bake Hanma, Yujiro Hanma. This guy's crazy. He has the demon back. He has the demon back. The demon's face on his back. Absolutely crazy. So hey guys, head over to Titan Toys. Give it a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. And of course, they have a bunch of pre-orders available right now. You guys should definitely give them a call. I want to thank our good friends over at Titan Toys for sponsoring this episode. It's always amazing hanging out at Titan Toys and getting to play with some amazing action figures like Ken Masters of Storm Arena. Absolutely, absolutely bonkers. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode and enjoyed the review of Ken Masters from Storm Arena. The next review will be on Ryu, and I hope to see you guys there. Guys, on behalf of Titans Talking Toys, I want to thank you guys for watching this episode. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Good journey, everybody. Geek proud. Take care, everybody.